folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. In the last part, we wrapped things up at Palace Stand, and the Forum came over the Rods of the Han to talk about the things going on. We decided we're going to go back to the first, because we need to speak with an ancient. Yeah. Return to Crystarium. Take this Arya, my spirit vessel. Empty now, of course, but it should allow you to operate the tower's inner systems in the umbilicus. If even the smallest fragment of Elizabeth's essence remains, it should be possible to locate it. As for access to the umbilicus, pray seek out Lena for assistance. Just as she still stands watch at the sensor gate. Should she or anyone else ask after me, tell them I am living my life to the fullest. I'm happy, hardships come along. Well, we had best be on our respective ways. God's willing, we will see each other again ere long. Alright, that sounds like we are making a trip to Lakeland. So let's make a trip to Lakeland. And not hit the bike. We're gonna successfully not press the bike button. Right. Not the bike button. Alright. Let's go speak with Lena. Arya, you were returned. How have you been well? You and the others? There's no shortage of troubles, but we're well enough. Then things are much the same for you as they were here. My lord is doubtless enjoying himself. He said this to you. These exact words? Oh, to know that he is happy. It fills my heart with joy. Thank you, Arya, for taking care of him. When next you see him, please tell him not to overexert himself. A futile request though it is. And tell him that all is well here. The peace you've gifted us continues, and we work hard to build new lives for ourselves. In the course of this, we occasionally bicker, but we've never been more optimistic for the morrow. If I had to mention one dilemma, it would be the question of our governance. Even as we speak, debate rages on how we should run the city in the Exarch's absence. Most are of the mind that the Settlement Council should continue to oversee the general running of the Crystarium, while representatives are elected to determine policy and handle diplomacy. Thus far, nothing is set in stone. However we choose to proceed, we will not replace our lord. No one could. Have we recently observed any unusual phenomena? No, I can't say there have been. Curious that you should ask me this question, though. Some days ago, Rean came and asked the very same. She was rather unsettled, in stark contrast to how cheerful she has been of late. She and other Crystarium youths who just hosted the festival, you see. Proved so popular that there are already plans for another celebration, one much bigger than the first. Between her preparations for the festival and the restoration of the empty, she struck me as happy and full of life. So when I saw her in a state of such worry, I couldn't help but feel worried in turn, especially since she wouldn't tell me what troubled her. I dare say she would be more willing to confide in you. May I ask you to broach the subject with her? You wish to enter the umbilicus? Very well. I shall fetch the key at once, and take the opportunity to find Rean. Please wait for me in the city in front of the Cabinet of Curiosity. Shall we say, I will be along as soon as I can. So I guess we head into the Cabinet of Curiosity. The following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Let's wait for Lena. Do my old eyes deceive? Is that truly Arya? Ha! It is! Full glad am I to see you hale and whole, my friend. What a wonderful surprise is to have you back with us, and at this most opportune time. In case you haven't heard, we are planning to produce a tome chronicling the events from the Flood to the Knight's return. For this project, we intend to draw upon records kept by the world's peoples. Historical and contemporary first-hand accounts will be the centerpiece of the tome, but yours will be the one to crown them all. I've been asked to contribute a chapter on the soul, a subject that is key to understanding much of your endeavors. In the course of developing the spirit vessel, I gained valuable insights to travel beyond the rift. Knowledge that will allow me to attest to your existence and deeds. There's no end to the questions I would ask you, but if you could indulge me with just one for now. In your quest to restore the night, you faced many a formidable foe. Among them, who offered you the greatest struggle? Hades, who bore the burden of his people. Ah, yes, Hades, he who sought to resurrect his ancient brethren. He was the final obstacle in your quest to restore the night, your battle in the depths of the Tempest, the stuff of epics. Compelling as it is, I worry that mere words wouldn't do that justice to that fateful confrontation. Not that we would think to admit it entirely, of course. No, at the very least, we'll impress upon readers that is the climax of your hero's journey. I know you'd love to talk your ear off, Morin, but we really should be on our way. Those documents from Yulmore won't collect themselves. Of course, and afterward, would you care to join me for tea? I was hoping you might clarify a few points in your treaties. Till next time, then, do tell the others to look after themselves. And our overzealous friend in particular, remind him not to overexert himself. Again and again till his ears fall off, if that's what it takes for him to take it to heart. Is that the Warrior of Darkness? It's her! It's really her! What are you doing here? If you're going to battle, I can give you some medicine. I made it myself. Best not, Riki. You'd only give her a stomach ache. We've come to see Morin to get his advice. One of the guard finally agreed to teach us how to fight. But first, we need to choose a fighting style. While I know that I want to be a mage, Arkell isn't sure. Magic isn't really my thing, so I was thinking of taking up the axe, or the sword, or maybe the bow. They all seem alright, but it's hard to decide, so I thought I'd ask Morin. He knows about lots of things. He isn't here? Oh. Oh, why do you not have the Warrior of Darkness choose for you? What do you think suits Arkell best? Axe, sword, or bow? Protecting your friends? The sword. The sword! If you took up the sword, it could be just like... Brendan, the Warrior of Light! I love that tale! Let's borrow the book today! It's really popular though. I hope it's still there. Thanks for helping decide Warrior of Darkness. I'll start with that style and maybe try something else later on. When I get really strong, I hope to have a bout with you. Such fun she's been having basking in the adoration must feel bookworms and wide-eyed younglings. Does she spare a thought for me? Of course not. I waited and waited and waited, but she won't so much as acknowledge the presence of her beautiful branch, even though they're right here. Such a heartless thing our sapling is, cold and cruel and heartless. Oh, faithful Feo Ul, lovely branches, how I have missed you. But don't you have more things to do, Your Majesty? If you truly miss me, you should have cried for me at the top of your lungs the instant you arrived. To make up for it, you will call with twice the passion next time. Though for there to be a next time, some few struggles to overcome. So, my adorable sapling, the world is on the verge of destruction, is it? How do I know this? Joined as we are, spying on you is as simple as sliding down the back of a rainbow. Would that I could aid you in your quest, but the fate of we fae folk is bound to that of the star. Whither it goes, so too do we follow. Such is our way. The most I could do for you is spare you the pain by gifting you the sweetest of eternal dreams. Though the escape's not to your liking, then you must struggle with your fellow mortals. But here are the ones you were waiting for. I wonder what manner of conclusion awaits a tale's end. My apologies for the delay. Arya, it's so wonderful to see you again. You doubtless have much catching up to do, so I shall leave you to it. I've taken the liberty of unlocking the umbilicus, and you may enter at your leisure. Sorry, I thought come off doing Feo Ul's voice there. I'm relieved to hear that everyone is well. I've had this feeling, like a pit in my stomach, and I was afraid that something might have happened. Maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's just that I'm the Oracle of Light, but I've never spoken with Heidelin, never once heard her call. Even so, I've always had this feeling deep inside me, a connection to something immense. These past few days, though, that connection has wavered, as if that meant something was distant, then close, then distant again. And then, the other night, I was jolted awake by the feeling it had been completely severed. Wanting some fresh air, I went to open the window, and to my horror, the sky was ablaze, like during the star shower. Then I blinked, and everything was normal. The next day, no one said a thing. No one else had seen what I had seen. As far as I could tell, nothing was out of the ordinary. I began to wonder if it's a figment of a half-remembered dream. Arya, what are you not telling me? I have to know, please. It doesn't matter how terrible it is. Wasn't my imagination then? The doom we witnessed in Amarat has come again. Can't believe it. Like I told you before, all is well here in the first. So don't worry about us. Please, look only to the threat before you. We're fine right now, and even if we weren't, we've learned how to survive. Should the final days reach us here as well, you may rest assured we won't go quietly. No, we'll hold on until you can find a way to save all our worlds. So long as you continue your fight, so too will we, united in purpose beneath the blazing sky. for it to update. Hope upon a flower. You're heading to the Umbilicus to consult with Elidibus, right? I'll do some consulting on my own and speak with Lena. Decide how we might best prepare for the final days. So it's farewell for now, but we'll see each other again. I'm certain of it. And to the gate. And it's apparently raining. Cool. Ah, Mistress Arya, welcome back. The captain has told me I'll give the word and I shall show you to the ocular.
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business. Acknowledged. Reinitializing Circus Tower systems. Searching for Elidibus entity. Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
My home. My friends. No more than a dream. Oh. You. Why have you awakened me? I no longer sense those places beyond, or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all. So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Fandaniel's design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill. Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the convocation. Such knowledge as I have, I will share. I do this not for you. I merely perform my duty, as I have ever done. Where to begin? Ah, the end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own. The decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes. A conclusion drawn by him. Fandaniel. Not the him of here and now, but as I knew him. Long, long ago. Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure. Were it not for his knowledge of the Celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days. And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation, so consumed by self-loathing and hate. Elpis. Yes, the name is familiar to me. Yet I know it not as a flower, but a place. A testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world. Many worked there, and before joining the convocation and assuming the title of Fandaniel, he was their chief. He was Hermes. That is all I know. The crystals tell little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived. Wait. I saw you there. In Elpis. No. I did not. But I did. I did. A lingering trace of impossibility. And a truth that fills my heart. My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course. You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief. In glimpsing the Exarch's memories, not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower, which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy. As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment. Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you. Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change. For the reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come. In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey? Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act. You must input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic. The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the ocular. All appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded. The magic should consume every last mote of my essence. Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act? Lord Zodiac is no more. There is nothing for me here. The ones I love and long to see again are waiting in that promised land, beyond memory and dream. Now go, warrior of light. Go, and do not look back. Well, Heidelin, I take my leave of you. Yours is the mantle of the last of us. May you have the joy of it, the burden, and the solitude. It falls to you now. You and your champion to save our star.
I'm so small. So tiny. The man stands dutifully by the Aetherite-like device, a guide for this facility, in all likelihood. You attempt to get the man's attention, but if he sees or hears you, he gives absolutely no indication. As Elizabeth warned, it appears your form is intangible. Oh. What? What? Thank you. The device is reminiscent of an aetherite. Perhaps it is possible to attune with it? Despite attempting to channel and focus your energies, you fail to attune with the device. You can only assume it operates differently. The remarkably large man wears a black robe and a half mask, much like the fancied suit cabin in Mari Lamentorum and the recreated Amarant. It would seem you have made it to your destination. You gesticulate wildly and shout all manner of greetings and obscenities, but the man does not so much as glance in your general direction. Arya! Whoa! Can't even sprint? Corporeal, transcending boundary between existence and nihility. Can't sprint, can't do anything. This is the right place, yes. Propyleon? Judging by the woman's words, this facility is called Propyleon. You attempt to gently prod the woman to attract her attention, but feel nothing. And it seems neither does she. Alright, well, I guess we're going on to the sturdy door. I suspect the door leads outside, but how to open it?
And here we are, Elpis. Well, well, how rare to receive you in person. To what do we owe the honor? Oh, just a few odd tasks. We'll be here a while. You're welcome to stay as long as you see fit, of course. As a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks.
Come now. Is this truly necessary? Surely you can tell who we are.
Who you are, perhaps, but I am far less infamous. Regardless, if we do not follow protocol, 'tis our hosts who would be held accountable. So, please, do favor us with your handsome face.
Satisfied?
I thank you for your cooperation. You are free to go about your business. By the by, you see it too, yes?
I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about.
That's odd. It's right here. A bit thin in the ether, but there's no mistaking it. The color of its soul is almost identical to Azem's. Do you suppose she created it? Rather unusual for a familiar to have a soul, though.
Don't ask me. All I know is that it's trouble. Doubly so if it's her spitting image. So let's leave it be. Come now.
It's trying to say something, but it's literally too intangible to form words. Why don't you give it some ether? Spare a snifter of your bounteous reserves.
Who do you take me for?
Why, a dear friend, of course. One who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as my accompanying him on errands to far-flung outposts, go unrewarded.
I suggest you close your eyes, or this may be unpleasant. You may open your eyes.
I'm not so small. Still small, but...
Oh, you even adjusted its size.
The better to indulge your whim. This way, it will be easier to communicate.
How very thoughtful of you. And may I applaud your artful reinforcement. Without further ado then. Greetings! I am Hythlodaeus, Chief of the Bureau of the Architect. Sulking beside me is the most honorable Emmett Selk of the Convocation of 14. And how might we address you, my new friend? A fine name, and I'm pleased to see you understand our words. So tell us, whence have you come? The thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here. You do not know? Or cannot say? Allow me to ask a different question then. What brings you here?
I seek a man named Hermes.
Well now, the same as us. Perhaps Azim wished to come too, but had to settle for a familiar.
If she truly wished to be here, then she would be.
Right you are. My apologies if we've given offense. The two of us can discern the color of souls, you see, and yours happens to resemble that of a friend. And with your purpose matching our own besides, we jumped to a hasty conclusion. We are here to speak with Hermes, the chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to tour in order to gain greater insight into the man's work. We, I say, though this is Emmett Selk's charge. I am here only to serve as his guide. And I should be happy to serve as yours as well, by way of an apology for the misunderstanding.
Wait, are you suggesting that we bring it along on official business? This thing we know next to nothing about?
If you harbor suspicions, Better to keep it close than leave it to its own devices. Wouldn't you agree? Besides, having a mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than the exception here. Welcome, my friends, to the testing ground of creation at Heaven's Edge, Elpis.
Weather could do with some work.
This presence.
Hermes! Visitors! We have visitors!
What secrets are you hiding, I wonder?
Welcome to Elpis. This is hardly my first time here, but the scenery never fails to take my breath away. It is cloudy as all heck. Why, it feels as if you could reach out and touch the heavens. Now then, to begin our guided tour, perhaps you already know these things, but for the sake of thoroughness, I shall start with the basics. Using concepts to give shape to ether, creation magic allows us to bring forth anything we desire, but inanimate objects or living beings. Anyone may conceive of concepts, but they must all undergo evaluation at the Bureau of the Architect. Part of the process, living beings and certain arcane entities may be sent here to Elpis for in-depth observation and study. Fascinating facility, isn't it? I dare say you will enjoy touring it with us. It's allowed to hunt. Now then, our friend Hermes, aside from overseeing the facility, he also conducts his own research. Chances are he will be at the main observation hub, so let's he come out there first. As tired as you are, however, you stand out a little too much. Our dear Emisselk wishes to keep a low profile for his errands, so do you know how to make a robe? The basic concepts will do. No? In that case, Emisselk? No. Your whim, your responsibility. You're not getting not another thimble of ether out of me. The way he scrims sometimes, you'd think he wasn't in my bottomless font of magic. Very well, I shall make the robe, but perhaps you can assist. Come, let's search for the requisite material. And as always, we get flights, and then we enter a new area, and it's gone. No, seriously, we went into this area in terrible weather. We can't enjoy the true beauty of it because it's just cloudy as all heck and heck. Yes, these creatures should suffice. An etheric rope. I want you to use it to capture, shall we say, 2 Pelodi. There are 3 species here, I believe. Any 2 different kinds should serve. Now, I should mention that the strength of the rope is tied, no pun intended, to the strength of its user. Is your ether still thin compared to ours? You'll need to weaken the Pelodi first. Good luck. Of course I will. Alright, let's do it in a spot where we're not gonna make another friend. Said not another friend. Okay, good. We didn't make another friend. Oh, I believe 50 is gonna be our magic number still. There's 1. And 2. down. I say beat down, and what do? I literally beat down instead of actually do what I'm supposed to do, which is capturing it. Smart. I'm like, wait a second. Okay. There we go. Much better. Let's get it back to the potatoes. No! I did so well! In the very last second, I made a friend. Thank you. You've got the Pelade. Come, come, let us see. Yes, these fine fellows will do nicely. Now, for a spot of reversion... There, it's ready. It's nothing fancy, but we're trying not to stand out. Try it on for size. Won't someone be angry with us for using those creatures? Oh, it's fine. There's no one around to tell us off. Besides, we can always make more Pelade. They need only a tiny amount of ether. It may take some effort to get the form and composition right, but anyone familiar with the concept should be able to manage. Well and good to disguise and educated, but won't fool anyone who can see worth a damn. Fair point, but at least it should spare you unwanted attention from casual observers. Emmett Soak speaks true. Even dressed like us, your unusual nature will be plain to those who think to look. Should someone question your presence, don't make up excuses, much less try to explain what you actually are. No, best to simply say that you're a familiar. Question is whose? Ah, of course, Azum's. If you say you belong to her, people will give you the benefit of the doubt for any and all outlandish behavior. Exploiting your associate's absence. For lack of her presence, absolutely. Were she here, she'd have been the first to propose the idea, and you know it. With that, your story is settled. Let's continue with our errands. And we get some glamour stuff, but I can't exactly glamour it yet. Kind of awkward, so you know, we're just kind of. Actually, can I just like equip it for now? At least the body piece. We'll just go with it. I think my feet armor is like full. Equip. Just take my item level for funsies. All right. In search of Hermes. If you're ready, let's continue along the path to Anagnorisis. The place serves as an observation hub and residence both. Someone there should be able to point us in the direction of Hermes. And then I almost go for not the bite. Yeah, just don't mind me. Heading on through. Current. West. Okay. We'll worry about it for now then. Just keep on heading on through. Yes, can I help you? We wish to speak with Chief Hermes. Do you know where we might? Yeah, do you know where we might find him? Well, now, by your mask, I assume you're one of the 14. I wasn't aware that was to be a visitation. Between you and us, it's something of surprise. Your discretion in the matter would be appreciated. I see. My lips are sealed. The chief should be out conducting observations as usual. His focus of late has been aquatic creatures, so I expect you will find him at one of the pools here. The pools, you say? Many thanks, and apologies for disrupting your work. So, I say, Etheldeus. Well, I've never met Hermes. You know him well, do you not? That being the case, can you simply find him by his ether? Aye, that I could. As you know, Emmett Silk and I can discern the color of souls. By the same token, we can also see ether quite keenly, and from great distances. With this skill, I could readily locate Hermes, but I felt that it would be a waste of an opportunity. We're here to perform an assessment, after all. By searching the ordinary way, we stand to gain insight into Elpis and the man in charge of it. This is as much for your own enjoyment, like as not, but point taken. If you're going to accompany us, make yourself useful and help us look for Hermes. According to his profile, he has short, dark hair. So, you know, it's because we're in Elpis that we don't have our cowls up, on a special exemption due to the need to be aware of dangerous creatures. So, elsewhere, we do not exhibit our individuality. It's unseemly. This is all common sense, but I would not assume you possess any. It is a rare treat indeed to be able to search for someone by their appearance, and I thank you for humoring me. Come, let's find our man. Well, we don't have a big area to look for. Nay. Do we? There's some water over there. There's a quest marker over there.
You are...
Oh. Different. You're different too. You and me. We're alike. Friends. I want to be... Wait. Please. Wait. Greetings and salutations. Can you hear me? Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, and know your thoughts. May we please be friends? May we please be friends?
Ah, I see you found him.
Etheldeus. It's been a while. Too long, I think.
Too long indeed for close collaborators. On this blessed occasion, I bring not only myself, but others who long to speak with you.
You were of the convocation?
Emmett Selk at your service. Do I have the honor of addressing Hermes, Chief Overseer of Elpis?
You do. You have traveled far for it.
Given your facility's purpose, its remote location is something of a necessity. Would that I didn't have to rely upon a guide.
Oh, you wound me. Have I not ever been an attentive and helpful friend? But moving along to more agreeable company, this one we chance to... Well, you certainly have her attention. Is she one of yours, Hermes?
Her name is Meteon. It means shooting star.
If I may make an observation, her ether is terribly thin. I fear she might dissipate at any moment. Nor do I believe you've made a submission to the Bureau. I would remember such a concept if you had.
I haven't, as you say. I judged it too early. She's a pet project of mine, still undergoing preliminary testing. But rest assured that I will attend in person ere long.
Very well. Being an authority on flying life forms, I appreciate that you are exacting in your work. I shall look forward to your submission.
If we have finished with the perfunctory chit-chat, I would discuss official matters. By my coming, I trust you already anticipate the subject.
I have an inkling, yes. Please wait to the main building yonder. I shall join you as soon as I've returned these creatures to their homes.
What's wrong, Hermes?
The Namastoma is missing.
I may have found it. A creature with the self-same ether as those there, nestled in the boughs of a tree outside the grounds.
You're saying they can climb with their sorry excuses for limbs?
The fashion has been to imbue aquatic creatures with the power of flight, ever since the words of Metron created a sky-swimming fish. The Ambistomas too can fly, if only slightly, and they could conceivably climb a tree. Whether they can come down safely, however... Excuse me.
I'll help, too!
And what are we supposed to do with this lot?
May I suggest we split up? If you would be so good as to assist Hermes, Emmett Selk and I shall keep an eye on these adorable creations in the meantime.
You know what? I'm thinking we can help Hermes next time to find the missing thing that is definitely an axolotl, but they're not calling it that because, you know, we're in ancient times. But more importantly, let's get the secret right real quick before I say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoy it, consider supporting the channel. We're switching out of the robes. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps me keep doing content like this and more. You can find the links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!